We were on this line where we're naming the variables, right?
Yes.
Rate, hotel, individual reviews, and then we showed where which.
Are you recording it?
Yeah, I'm recording.
Okay.
We showed where we need to pick those classes or tech class, SP review categories. This is the one. SPU categories is picking what we need to get. And then from there, come on. And then from there we got dot text and dot replace. Because when we extract a lot of things, like a lot of weights where there's a space or there's no space. Sometimes they just mix. We can't even read them. We dot replace. You replace with a space. Every time there's a weight, there's a space, and then every time there's a weight, there's a space. Or all of them except for this individual, because I think it did not need a space. And then from there we call a print F a format. F stands for format. Hotel. We're printing the hotel names. We use the split to open, and then we also call the split print prophet to printing up the rate. And then the individual reviews, the one that we call this one of the hotel. This one we call from, remember on that review. This is the one we call SPV review. We call the header. And then we call, what is that one? Hotels, where it's only showing oh yeah, wait, hotel review, this one, where it's only showing the comments only.
Okay.
And then we're running it. This is what it's giving us. It's giving us the hotel name.
Hello? Are you the one that wrote the for loop, or the for loop was already written and you just picked the variables?
Yeah. The for loop is calling, is running this one. It says run the reviews. The reviews, this is the one. This is the review. That's calling. It random under it check in all the reviews in the reviews. It runs each and every. It starts with the hotel name, is called them. When it's done with the hotel name, it's go to the review categories.
Yeah, so for me, I still struggle with those I still writing, understanding how to write those codes. So I'm now asking, was it already in the code for you, or you were the one that had to write the for loop, how it has to behave?
Yeah, it depends. If you want it to behave like that, you put a for loop. Or if you just want to just show you, if maybe there's a lot of things that you want to check or print, and then you don't want to call them one by one. You don't want to call them one by one, and then you just use loop is gonna run to 10 of them if there are 10. So yeah, I wanted to run those three. These three, yeah. But it's gonna come in loops goes around there. And then that's the one he printed the hotel name, and then the hotel rate, cleanness, and then individual reviews. That's the one with the comments of the people. And then after we extracted the data, because that's the one we wanted. These comments or these reviews and rate. Now we in the process of, we already clean it. Now we're in the process of analyzing it. What do we want? What you want to show? I think class of, I'm not sure it's Anita or David. I think David, Anita. It talks about the modular stop weight. I think we put it in the first there. Stop weight, you said, is we create a variable called stop weights and then set it stop weight, where we're counting weight, any weight that you wanna use, or how many weight are more. Maybe wanna use how many weight you have, or common weights we wanna print. And then we create a variable called text. Then we join it the individual, which data we wanna print. We're calling individual reviews. In the individual reviews, remember this is the weight, the comments of the review, what they're complaining about. And then the rates, we also created the second variable, which is text2. This one is dealing with the rates hotel, those on cleanliness, security, and everything. After we created this text, now we created the weight cloud cache, where we generating the weights. We say maximum of them must be 50 of the data from every that will be taken from here. We're still using the command with the module called stop weights, and then we generate the text so that you can just pick randomly, generate the text. And then let's run this one, and also this one, and we must always keep on running each and every code when you're running the Jupyter, because sometimes if you don't run it, it's gonna show you an error and everything. We think maybe we did something wrong, it wasn't. And then we remember we had PLT or my plot or plot on the first modulars. This plot express.
Yeah.
This one is creating the picture, kind of a picture things like this one. So now we're gonna run.
Yeah.
We're creating a figure, plot.plc.figure. Plot must show the weight in a wet cloud, the one that we created. This one, this variable we created. Wet cloud interpolation it should show in a linear way, in a bilinear way. They have to see that the smaller one, bigger ones must show like this. PLT axis must not show the X and Y under it. And then we're asking to save it as a PSG format. And then we're asking to show it. And then let's run. See, now it's showing different weights, but it just pick randomly. As we want to show our client that, okay, this is what the weight we pick, or this is the random the weight that we got from your data that you pick from your website. After we've done that, we use individual review, convert text, the one that you call it to be lower, all to be lower cases. And then we split those texts, we want to split them so that they're gonna have a space. They can be readable. We name a variable called beta text, and we run a for loop. The for loop we're running from I, for I in a split text from the weight, the I variable or unknown value is going through is for those weights that are taken from the individual reviews. And then must run it as an alpha as first one, and then we're running it. We create now from after we created those data as a cleaning it, and then this is the count text. There's a built-in module code counter where you're counting the weights. Remember, we created the variable code beta. This one from here.
Yeah.
Where the for loop was running on the weights. We're calling it, and then after we call those one is counting the weight, and then from there we say, okay, from the counter text, the one that variable we call it after they've been counted, we say how many weights, how many common weights are there from. We just want to set a maximum of 10. From those 10 weights, which one are most common? And then we're running it. After we ran that line, that code, it showed that from those the common weight was which is at 15, which is 15 in our data that we collected. The D, which is 10, not which is 8, I, which is 7, my, which is 10, which is 7, by, which is 6, on, off, stay, like that, empty the hotel. After we have shown that, okay, how many things have we got or how many weights have you had there, I went back and created another one from counter text, same, just the same thing like we did above. Creating with this one, I want to create it from the rating. Remember where the rating of the hotel? It showed that there's a common weight fair.
Yeah.
Very good cleanliness, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then from there, we're creating a data. After we have shown how many common weight and how many comment from those data that we collected. Now we need to create that data. And then we have a data frame to PD. Remember we have a pandas, which is creating the data, and then data frame from which variable, from the counter text, from the common weight, from those 10 weights, and then we create the columns where we can see, okay, we want where do we count the weight, other side, which weight are we counting with. From the column, we're creating 2 columns, weights and count. And then we're running it. It shows that this is the one. The data we've created data from count, from numbers, and then from variable weights. After we've created the data frame, so now we want to show in a visualized way, like we just want to visualize what we've created. And then we're running a figure again, but this time we're running a histogram.
Yeah.
In the histogram, we use the data frame that you remember we named the data frame df_2, and then we want to get from x-axis, want to get weight, from x-axis want to get weight, and from y-axis want to get count of number, how many number we have, and then update the traces, which is making the mark. What color do you want our histogram to be? And then we give it a color, sequence with a space. How many line of the space? 1.5, and then the figure layout, number of the weights, is just the title. And then we say figure show, and then it's showing us this figure that you wanted. Remember, it says we have highest number of them, which was 15 of them. D, it was showing us 10, not blah blah blah. So this is how we create the data visualization. From the data we created, and then we go to show how many random weights, how many from there, and then we show to the verse, so that maybe someone who can just want to look on a picture can easily understand and see which one it did and how we did it. I think that's it all, because it's just we did the same thing, but now here we're just doing the on that second variable of content, where we're dealing with the comments and digits. It's just the same thing we're running. This one is just the same way we're running a symmetrical of the analysis. Let me just try and run it. So it's from, let's see, this 3. So this one has been giving me some time. Chance to give it 2. It went through now. Here we created from the database, we created digits, which we name it one. Where did they get a negative comment? Where did they get the positive comment? And how many negative or positive? From there, we created a list from the digits, and then we assign it to the data frame digits also. We replace if there's any place with a positive or a negative. And then we still create a histogram, same diagram. We name it the weight, give it the color, give it Indian red, and then we give it a title. And then from there, it shows how many negative weights, how many positive weights. So and then the client will choose, okay, how can I improve from what I've getting, and how do I change the negative to positive? Uh, I think I think that will fall. Unless if there's some question you want to ask.
No, I mean, I'm just eager to go and try this out right now.
Yes.
By myself.
Mm.
And see, the only places I think I'll have challenges is those places where you have to do a for loop, but
Follow.
all these
Let me.
adjustments, I think
You
I
correct.
can follow the script and just do
Let
it.
me see. Maybe we can get where it can be easy explain. Do you see this one? Is it clear? Hello?
Yeah.
We created
Send me the link.
link. Okay, let me just get this before I send you the link. I'll send it on. They created a variable color with a list: red,
Okay.
green, blue, purple. After they created
Yeah.
the first line, after they created it, they need to run them from red, green, blue, purple. So in order to run those, when we need to run those list count, we need to create a for loop.
Okay.
A for loop has been assigned I. Remember, I is counting, is assigned from zero, counting from zero. So remember, Python start from 0, 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
So variable
Yeah.
is getting, remember our variable is color. And then we say I is less than the color, the length of color. Length of color is 4. I mean 3. It goes, if it goes here, first it goes to, okay, variable I. This for loops goes variable I, which is assigned to 0. Which one from this list?
Hold on. 0 will be red.
Yeah, will be red. And then for loops go to its I if it's red, and then it goes and print it. And then it's asking, is I still under less than the letter of the variable color? It's still at 0. It's it yes, and then
Yes.
increase it. This one I plus plus. It says increase by 1. Go back.
1. Okay.
It's printed the first one, the red, and then it's go back to I again
Yeah.
because it's still under length. Now I is 1 now. Remember, it's increased with that I. It's 1. Let's say print
Yeah.
I when I is 1. Let's go to
Yeah.
green.
Hmm.
And then it goes again. It print that I, but and then it's count. Okay, after it printing, it says okay, I is 1. Is it I still under the length of color? It says yes. It's increase again. It says 2. I now is 2. I is 2, and then index is, remember, it's counting index, not just numbers. Index 2 number, index
Yeah.
number 2 is blue. It's print blue. It's been asking again, is it I less than the length? Yes. And then it say increase again. It's
Yes.
4. And it's yeah, 3. And then goes I is 3 now. Purple. Is it print I? It's increase. become 4. It become 4 now. I is 4. Is it? Oh, it said it's I is number 3, right? It's less than. Is it I?
Hmm.
And then it increase after it's printed that I is become 4 pound. Out of pound. What is become 4, and then it give I to 4, and then that is I there. I under less than 4. I mean less than 3. He says no, but now they're finished. The length of them is 3, and then now I just become 4. It's out of pound, and then it's end. It's end printing. Do you understand?
Okay, I see. Yeah, I get it.
I think
Yeah, I'll practice it. Yeah, I think I get it.
okay. Uh,
Thanks.
Thank you for your time, and I think we can just close, and then I'll try to upload later, and then upload through YouTube.
Okay. No problem. I'll check it out. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
I think thank you very much
I'll
for
follow
taking our
up.
time. Hopefully, these guys also they can learn.
No, you thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I would, because of this, I'll spend time to make sure I catch up on this.
Yeah, and you
Thank
can
you.
ask anytime if there's any need. Okay. Thanks, sir.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you very much.